welcome you back to another session of the Dean's Corner, the spring 2018, and we're just happy to be back and to talk about the College of Business. My name is Don Andrews. I'm Dean of the College of Business, and I'm in my 20th year as Dean of the College of Business. And it's really been an enjoyable period in terms of being Dean of the College of Business because we get to work with such great students, great faculty, and great staff. And today we have one of our star students, Marcus Hill, who is working now as an intern at the Louisiana Department of Insurance. And we just want Marcus to be able to tell us a little bit about himself, what he's doing, why he came all the way down here from North Louisiana to be a part of Southern University of Baton Rouge and get all of that Jaguar pride and all of the great instruction that we have here in the college. And not let me forget, we just passed our AACSB accreditation, which means more or less we're among the best business schools in the world for another 5 years. So Marcus, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing, and just relax and just say, in other words, what you've learned here in the College of Business.
Thank you, Dean Andrews. Once again, my name is Marcus Hill, Jr. I'm a 20-year-old senior from Monroe, Louisiana, here at Southern University and A&M College. Here at the College of Business, I've gotten involved into multiple student organizations in order to network around and gain connections with my peers and also my professors as well. I've also focused on my academics in order to excel and gain scholarships to better prepare myself for the outside world after graduation.
Now, you're an accounting major, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about that accounting program. What do you know about accounting?
Basically, the accounting program is a hands-on and also a review aspect. And accounting, it basically deals with not only just dealing with money, because that would be a common thing that people would think. Right. It also deals with like numbers.
Okay.
Being able to input numbers, put them into financial statements, and also to explain the information afterwards.
Okay, so you know the difference between a debit and a credit, I assume, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you know what a balance sheet is,
yes,
and
sir.
You know what a cash flow statement is, and all those kind of things.
Yes,
so
sir.
tell us about, in terms of networking, what do you know about networking, and what's been your experience in terms of networking and placement and internships? In fact, you're at the Louisiana Department of Insurance, so how did you go about getting that internship?
Okay, well, for starters, networking, it deals with your technical skills and also your human skills, being able to interact with different people and establish that relationship that has longevity. So just on a regular day, you may stop by and meet someone new and just gain that good connection with them in order for them, because you never know, you might be meeting your future colleague in the future.
Okay. So in other words, in terms of coming to Southern University, what attracted you to the College of Business? What attracted you to major in accounting? And what do you know about what your career goals and your career outcome may be as a College of Business student majoring in accounting?
Okay. Thank you once again, Dean Andrews. I got attracted to Southern University and A&M College because I visited the college here, and I fell in love with the culture and everything that Southern University has to provide. So I knew that this would be the perfect university for me.
Now, there was a lot of competition, I assume, up there in the Monroe area. You've got what? You've got Grambling State, you've got ULM in Monroe, you've got Louisiana Tech, and you've got all those schools. So really, what do we need to do to continue to draw top students like yourself to Southern University and to the College of Business specifically?
I would say just continue to maintain the tradition here at Southern University, and also just continue to keep the students focused, and also to just get everyone else exposed that doesn't know anything about Southern University, and just let them know that Southern is the place to be, and we produce productive citizens for the world.
Okay, so you know we're going to deputize you as our representative for the Monroe area to go out and recruit the best and brightest and bring them here to Southern University, right?
Yes, sir.
Now tell us a little bit about the work internship that you are now involved in. What exactly do you do, and who do you interact with, and what kind of products do you produce for that particular internship?
Okay. Once again, I work and intern at the Louisiana Department of Insurance downtown in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I am in the internal auditing department with Ms. Corey White. And my job description is to assist her in order to evaluate and manage the departmental functions in each division, and I mean that by we create risk assessment questionnaires and surveys in order to go to each division and make sure that everything is being ran accordingly and to keep the malfunctions at a minimum.
Okay, so what have you learned in your coursework that helps you in this internship?
I've learned a variety of things actually, as far as being able to review information and also explain it, and just basically.
Do you use Excel or anything of that nature in terms of your day-to-day operations in the department?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do, and I want to. I am thankful that I was able to master Excel being here. So that's a software that I use day to day at my job.
Right. Now, I know you're an accountant, and as Dr. Darby says, accountants can do each and everything. So she has high praise for what the accounting students can do and what they bring to the table. So what advice would you give to other students? Because we're now here experiencing Career Week, and so we have a lot of companies that are here on campus. So what would you say to students that may be thinking about or contemplating starting the networking, starting the communications, and starting the resume writing and interview skills techniques? What advice would you give to those students?
My advice, I would say, be comfortable with yourself and understand who you are as a person. Second, I would say I would highly recommend everyone to take the business communication and professional development class. It will definitely benefit you in the long run and also enhance your communication skills. That way, when you approach someone at the career event, for example,
right,
it'll be easy for you to actually present yourself and provide the knowledge that you have and what can you provide for the company in a beneficial standpoint.
Okay. Well, Marcus is really benefiting from our relationship with the Louisiana Department of Insurance. They've been here with us for about 5 years. We recently received $460,000 for scholarships to build that program. It's a concentration of 4 courses within the finance degree. But we're encouraging students like Marcus, who may be in accounting, but also to look at these courses in terms of what benefit they can have for them in terms of a career in the insurance business. Now, insurance is a broad field, and we're not only just talking about insurance, we're talking about risk management and insurance, because when we talk about risk, you want to find some way more or less to provide a way of managing that risk, and that's what this concentration does. It prepares students to manage company risk, to manage personal risk, and all the rest. So it is really a good program for you to consider and think about more or less in terms of the College of Business, in terms of the activities and programs that are distinctive to this particular college. Now, Marcus, we don't want to go without you saying something about leadership. We say we produce global business leaders. What leadership activities are you involved in the college?
Right now, I'm a part of 3 student organizations: the National Association of Black Accountants, Men's Federation, and also in Corporate 318. And in each organization, I play a role in order to lead and pave the way for other students who may contemplate whether they should be a part of organizations or not. So I just, exemplify the example that if I can do it, they also can as well.
Very good. So in terms of student success and student performance, do you study alone? Do you study in groups? How do you guys get together in terms of maintaining that GPA? Because one thing we want to make sure that everyone's aware of is that when the companies come, they want the best and the brightest. They're looking for students with a B average or better. That means a 3.0 GPA. So I know a lot of students come and they have a lot of fun here in the college. There are a lot of activities and programs, but we don't want you to lose mind of that. It is the academic component that you're primarily here for. We want you to network. We want you to engage with faculty, with other students, with staff, administration, and all the rest. But at the end of the day, it's about the academics. So we have to make sure that we have a solid academic program, that we're placing our students, because in terms of our accreditation process, they're looking at how many opportunities do we provide to our students. And one of the things they complimented us on is that we tend to have an above average number of student activities and programs and mentorship and coaching opportunities for our students. And Marcus is one of those students that is taking advantage of those opportunities. And so that's the reason we want to make sure that our alumni, our friends, our stakeholders are aware of what great programs we have here in the college. And so for us to be accredited as one of the 700 best business schools on planet Earth, means that we have to continue to build students just like Marcus. Now, he comes from Monroe, Louisiana, which is about 150 miles from here, but he has found out what a program we have here and how he can move into our network of alumni and friends and move our programs forward. Marcus, do you have anything else that you just want to say out there to our listening audience?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I would just like to say, out of any option that you can choose from, Southern University and A&M College is the best option that you can choose. It enhances you and it will change your life and prepare you for the future. And take it from myself, I would have never thought I would be the young man that I am today and be so focused and full of confidence in order to excel. So, yes.
Now tell us a little bit about some of the professors here in the college. How did you happen to mentor with some of these professors? Who in particular helped you to get this internship? And how did that come about?
Okay, well...
And you mentioned business communications or whatever. So tell us a little bit about these courses.
Okay. Well, the first one I will say I gained a relationship with Ms. Lori Patterson.
Mm-hmm.
I took her for tax accounting and also intermediate accounting 1. And ever since then, I gained a relationship with her inside and outside of the classroom, actually.
Okay.
So that way I can go to her and just communicate with her about anything. She also can help me out if I need anything inside the College of Business and also if it's pertaining to a scholarship or internship.
Okay.
And second, I would like to point out Dr. Melanie Ray,
Mm-hmm.
who she was my professor for business communication and professional development.
Okay.
And initially I had no knowledge about the class.
Okay.
And once I got into the class, she molded me into the man that I am today as far as my communication skills.
Mm-hmm.
So I took my experience from both sides, and I combined them together, and it has enhanced me ever since.
So you're talking about the hard skills in the accounting area, you're talking about the soft skills in the communications area. And so really you have to be able to put both those together to have a well-developed and refined product. And so Marcus has found that sweet spot in terms of putting together both the academic component, the communications component, and basically being able to have actual experience, because companies today do not hire you on the spot. What they're going to do is put you in most cases through an internship so that you understand the culture of that particular organization, whether it be a private corporation or whether it be a public organization, because they want to understand if you are able to fit into the culture of that organization. They want you to be a problem solver, not a problem creator. They want you to be creative in your thinking. They want you to be able to communicate your ideas. They want you to be able to utilize the software and other programs that they have available there at their institution, but they also want someone who is going to be able to learn on the job. Now, what have you learned about this particular internship at the Department of Insurance?
At my internship, I've learned the reviewing aspect of accounting.
Okay.
As far as reviewing information and verifying that everything is correct in order to move forward and make sure that everything is being ran correctly.
Okay. And what input have your supervisors there on the job given you in terms of the learning process there at the Louisiana Department of Insurance? Have they brought you in and basically given you instruction on how things are done there in the office with respect to their accounting practices?
Yes, sir. She she provided me the knowledge and also the information on what goes on into the internal audit division.
Okay.
And she also has taken me to each division to see how everything is ran, so that way I can study each division. So when it's time to prepare and get ready for an audit, I'll already be prepared and in order to ask each question.
So do they let you work kind of on your own to some extent? So they basically are you more or less, you're not making coffee, I assume, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, so they've got you doing some real work, independent work, and they're not necessarily there standing over your shoulder for every aspect of the particular job. So I'm assuming that, did you get paid on this internship?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you actually pay you then?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very good then. Do they have any openings down there for me, maybe? I don't know.
With your knowledge and experience, I believe they do.
Okay, well, let me say now, have you interacted with Mr. Patrick Bell down there?
Yes, sir.
And Miss Raby and
Yes,
Latoya. So we have some friends there at the Department of Insurance. We want to really thank them for their help and involvement in making sure that Marcus is is doing well, because you have to have a network. You can't be on a job and not have individuals who are there more or less to help guide you along the path. And that's what we hope to do in terms of reaching out to various companies and reaching out to our network of students. We have the business and the industry cluster, so we have a network here that's been built to help our students more or less along the path. So no one more or less can be a leader by him or herself. They have to more or less be groomed, developed, and moved in those positions to take full advantage of the academic side. But the students have to put in the time. You have to meet the faculty and staff halfway. And you have to put in the time, because time is important in terms of understanding the various principles and goals that these particular jobs and career opportunities provide. So Marcus, you're another success story. I'm happy that you're here in the College of Business. I'm happy that you're majoring in accounting, and now you've been fully deputized as our recruiter for Northeast Louisiana. Okay, so when you're traveling between here and Monroe, you run through a lot of little towns. Okay, so we might give you some flyers and other information that you can provide. Are you involved with the Southern University alumni in the Monroe area at all?
Not yet, but I will gain some more knowledge, and I will do my best to get involved with it.
So we'll get you involved in that as well. Okay. Anything that we've not talked about? Anything we've not touched?
I think you touched everything.
You think we touched everything? Okay. Well, I want to thank you and compliment you on your professionalism, on your work habits, and basically you've impressed our faculty here in the college, and so we look for great things from you in the future.
Thank you.
Okay, so again, that's another segment of the Dean's Corner. I want to thank you all for listening and looking in today, and we will be back with you again later on in the semester with some great programs that we have. We recently had a program on entrepreneurship. It was a great success. We have Dr. Billy Williams that's going to be joining us on March 13th. It's going to be a great program. I had the opportunity to hear Mr. Williams. He's a dynamic speaker. He knows about the insurance business. He knows about social media, and he also knows about entrepreneurship and how to create wealth. So we invite you to come to that particular program. That will be March 13th, 2018, 12:30 p.m. In room 313, as well as an evening session at 6:30 p.m. March 13th as well. So we look forward to seeing you on our next session of the Dean's Corner. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later.